Dashell Rose here. I have some interesting news to talk about. Some really interesting news. Now, I would use the computer for this, but here's my problem. Is the capture card, I haven't been able to figure out what's going on with it. Like, if the sound isn't working on it, so you can't hear my voice. So, for right now, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to use my phone. Sorry about that. But anyway, I have some interesting news. Apparently, you all know the deal. You know that Disney bought 20th Century Fox for $70 billion. Remember, Fox was bidded on. I can't remember who was bidding on it, but I just watched this video on Clownfish TV. I guess that Disney doesn't own this, but what ended up happening was after this guy who used to own Fox sold it to Disney, he used his money to buy the streaming service and compete with Disney. I tell you, Disney is in so much trouble right now. Disney's in trouble right now. Because basically the guy was playing a smart role there. I mean, he played a smart role. And he only bought the streaming service for like 400 something million dollars, when Disney paid Fox for 70 something billion dollars. So they paid way more for 20th Century Fox than this. But yes, this is a new streaming. Well, I don't know if it's a new streaming service, but basically it's a big competitor against Disney itself. Who knows? Maybe in the future, maybe Disney will sell Fox back to this company, this guy. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting decade. I mean, we got HBO Max, Paramount Plus, this, and Netflix, and not really Hulu anymore, because Hulu is basically pretty much owned by Disney now. But yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I want there to be competition. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda want Disney to struggle a bit, because I really don't like what they've been doing here lately. I'm not gonna lie, I used to kinda like them. I mean, I used to grow up watching Playhouse Disney all the time. Well, I mean, I did when I was a tot. I still occasionally went back to it. But they've changed so much the last decade. They've done a lot of shady things. They fired Gianna Carano. They fired her. They screwed up Star Wars. They messed a lot of stuff up. And I want there to be competition. This competition may force them to get their act straightened out. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I was upset when Disney bought Fox, but to be really honest, I feel like it's not going to last. I mean, yes, it's 2021 now and they still own it, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna be a trend forever. That's why I'm not really too upset about the whole deal. Plus, we got this, because I guess Disney couldn't buy all of Fox because they already owned too much stuff as it is. They own ABC Family and stuff, so they couldn't buy all of Fox. I think they shouldn't have been able to buy it at all, to be honest. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Like I wonder like how this is gonna affect Disney, and if this is gonna be better than Paramount Plus or better than Disney Plus. I don't know. I just find it to be very interesting that that like last decade was them building up to streaming services to compete with Netflix. This decade is just seeing where the streaming services are going to be going. So like HBO Max, seeing where that's going to go. And right now, I've noticed I watched a lot of ranking videos on streaming services. A lot of them are all over the place from different time periods. Because we had Disney Plus that came out in 2019, and I think HBO Max too. This year we've had Paramount Plus. So seeing how this is playing out makes me wonder like what's gonna happen to all these streaming services, you know? Because right now there's a lot of them right now, and I feel like what's gonna end up happening is a lot of these small streaming services are gonna probably combine to these bigger companies. Basically, like Paramount Plus it's its own company, Disney's its own company, and well, Disney actually already, I think, combined all their stuff together. So except for Hulu, but they don't own all of Hulu right now. But I feel like they will in the future. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. This is gonna be really interesting for Disney. Consider that this is owned by the guy who sold Fox to Disney. Well, part of it at least. Again, they don't own all of Fox. That's why they had to change the name from 20th Century Fox to 20th Century Studios. But yeah, I can't believe that Disney spent $70 billion on that. That's ridiculous. That was not very smart of them. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty stupid. Like, I get that it's worth a lot of money, but this was bidded on. And they started the deal off with $40 billion to like 70. So yeah, it was really stupid. Like, I don't know why they did that for. Like, that was not really smart of them. This COVID-19 has messed them all up and made things worse for them. That's why I feel like they're gonna sell Fox back to this guy in the future. But for right now, this is gonna be a big competitor against Disney Plus. Now, do I want it to make Disney go bankrupt? Probably not. No, I just want it to have enough competition for them to make Disney change. To make them go back to the way they were in the 90s. You know, maybe bring back the old Pixar intro, the CGI castle, and not only that, but maybe make them sell some of their properties because they're too big. Now, this guy is buying property. He's buying, but he's not buying these big studios and stuff like Disney was. But you can find shows on here, I guess, like Barney and like a lot of other shows. You can even find what's it called? Oh man, I can't remember. Oh yeah, Jumanji. You can find that on there too. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I didn't know that this guy still owned it, but I guess it's not owned by Disney according to Clownfish TV, but it's gonna be a big deal for Disney. No companies aren't meant to last forever, but I would hate for Disney to die on a bad note. I mean, we've had TV shows that have died on a bad note before, like the Fairly Odd Parents and stuff. I would not want to see Disney die on a bad note. If they end up going bankrupt, I want them to go bankrupt on a good note. So hopefully this streaming service, Tubi or whatever it's called, will straighten them out and make them better. Anywho, I hope you guys liked the video. I know I don't have I was wanting to use the capture card, but the thing is I can't get the sound to work on it right now. I'm gonna have to work on that. And I think I might upload a video later about me playing the 3D All-Star game in the Mario Maker. I'm gonna be playing those later, so sound or no sound. I would like to have sound on them, but that's only if it works. Now, I'm not trying to trash Disney. I just think this is an interesting topic. Like, it's interesting how this guy sold the 20th Century Fox to Disney only for him to make his own studio to compete with Disney and bought it way cheaper than what Disney paid for Fox. Now that may be kind of a ripoff, but it's not his fault. I mean, Disney kind of did this to themselves, you know. They could have just not spent $70 billion on it and just not even bothered, but you know, that's what Disney is. Anywho, again, I'm not trashing them, but if you guys disagree with me, that's fine. If you guys don't like what I'm talking about, don't worry, I will have other content like video games and stuff in the future when I get the capture card to work. I've already uploaded some. Anywho, see you guys later. Dash out.